Hi friends, it's Sarah at Crochet.With.Coffee and happy Monday. So today I wanted to share with you a little bit about what I did this week as far as crochet. And the first thing I want to show you is this cardigan I finished. Oh my goodness, isn't it so pretty? Okay, so this is the Ariana cardigan, and I used the colors and actually the fit that it is a Sarah used. I used different yarn than Sarah used, but I tried to match her colors because I just loved the color combination that she used. And she also did something different with the underarms, and she removed, I think it was 2 squares on the underarms to make it a little bit more fitted around the arms and around the bust. So I followed what she suggested, and I will link her videos and her channel in the description so you can go check out her stuff. I love all of the things that she goes over. She's so sweet. But anyway, I remember telling you guys last week I didn't know if I was going to try and crochet the ribbing and the button band and the cuffs and such, or if I was going to try to knit them. I tried knitting them and I actually did it. I'm so proud of myself. This is a knit 1 purl 1, or I'm sorry, knit 2 purl 2, all the way around. I figured out how to do buttonholes. I got some cute buttons. So I love it. It turned out just the way that I wanted it to. It's so cute. I do live in Florida and this is getting a little bit warm, but we do have a cooler day. So I was going to try and wear it, but it is still a little bit warm out. But that is one of my projects that I worked on this week. I'm super happy with it. I can't wait for it to get cooler out so I can actually wear it for real. And I just love the colors. I'm so happy with it. And like this, this is the Homeland yarn. Heartland. Lion brand Heartland. And this was the color. That's the color. So that is the brown that has a little bit of that textured look to it. It's that tan and brown and black almost. I just love it. It's so pretty. And then I used the Color Theory yarn for the rest of them. I only ended up using 1 skein for these 3 colors, and then I used like a skein and a little bit for this gray. But let's see if I have all the colors. I will put the colors in the description because I don't have all the papers for them. So that is my one project, and I've had so much fun with that. And then I have my other knitting thing that I wanted to share with you. So I have 1 whole sock. And I was telling you, I don't know if I'll have enough energy to do a second sock, but I did start one, and I just finished the heel, and I'm working on the foot and the toe. And I on purpose did not match up the yarn, so they're a little bit different because I love mismatched things when they're just a little bit off. It's my favorite. I think it gives things such character, and I love that. All right, so I did a lot of knitting this week, and I'm not a huge fan because it takes so long. Well, for one, I'm not used to it, so I'm very slow. And this week I typically have 3 different projects that I work on at a time. I have different locations in my house that I work on certain things. Like I have a desk that I work at, that I work on one project, like the pattern that I want to share with you guys of my own designs. So I work on that one at my desk in the morning, and then late morning I go sit outside for a little bit and I work on a fun project, or actually I work on these socks. That's what I've been working on late morning when I sit outside. And then I have a living room project that I do in the evenings. So I normally only have 3 projects going at a time. I do have some UFOs that I will share with you guys in a frog or finish video because I don't know what I'm going to do with some of them. Some of them I know, some of them I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with them. But anyway, those are my thoughts on that. But anyway, I have 3 different locations, 3 different projects, and I tried to keep all of those going at, just spend time on each of them every day. And I was finding that I had 2 knitting projects at the time. So this was my sitting outside on the porch project, my socks, and then I had the ribbing and button band and everything I was working on this in the afternoons. And I was getting so tired of working on them because it takes me so long to get through things because I'm not an experienced knitter. It's a struggle. I have just figured out how to purl, and that was a big struggle on how to hold the yarn and everything. So I've been struggling through. I only have the socks left. After I get the socks done, I'll probably take a knitting break because it is not my strong point. So I've enjoyed it, but I find myself doing this where I check out a different craft and then I always go back to crochet because I love it and I always have, always will. But I do like to explore different things. So it's just a little encouragement for you guys to go find some other crafts and different things, just test them out and have some fun with it. You don't need to stick with it if you weren't crazy about it. But I do think that it's a really nice skill to have, especially when I was able to add this really nice ribbing to this sweater. I do want to try this sweater with another color combination, and I do want to try it with the crocheted ribbing and see how that works out. So that is in my future thoughts that I want to do that because the sweater was really fun to make. So that's what I have for that one. And then the next thing I want to talk to you about is a pattern that I'm going to have out in a couple weeks. I'm still doing some filming for it, but this is a blanket. It has a random hook attached to it. So this is a blanket that I have made, and I will have a video tutorial out in the near future. I believe it's coming out beginning of next month. So this one, I did share a little bit about this one in one of my yarn room videos. But this is supposed to look like a sweater that my mom had when I was a kid, and my dad would always say she looked like the striped licorice candy. And I need to find a picture of it. I'm hoping that by the time I put the pattern out, I can find the picture of the shirt that she would wear. And it has some of these colors in it, and I added some others because I wanted it to be the licorice candy mix of colors for this blanket. So this is all made out of Caron Simply Soft. So I've got the center is a color, and then I did a 1 row border of black, and then I attached it with, what did I do? Oh, I attached this with a flat join, like a zipper join, and I do have a tutorial for that as well for different joins if you want to check that out. But I will be having this tutorial for the diamonds next month. So I'm excited for that one. So I got that finished and I got most of it recorded. So I'm going to have that out soon. Another thing that I've been working on is, stowaway hook. All right, this is the pattern that I have been working on lately, and it is a striped blanket, and this is going to be stripes from head to toe. So this is going to be the short side, and then that's the long side. I'm going to put tassels on this one, I think, on the ends. I'm not sure what color I'm going to do yet, but this one is going to be beginner friendly. So is the diamond one. The diamond is all double crochets and some triples. So if you want to learn any of the basic crochet stitches that are in that blanket, I do have a playlist for you that you can check that out with all the beginner stitches. But this one is also beginner stitches. It is singles, triples, doubles, and a little block stitch there. So I am really excited about this one. I like the colors together. And so that one is one that I'm still working on, and then I should have a tutorial for that one out, I believe, the end of next month, because I still have to finish it and figure out if the tassels are what I want to do with it. But that is a nice throw. So we're going to do that one. All right. Okay, so I have one last thing that I want to share with you. I have a little clip I'm going to share on, because I was going to make a video on its own for this, but I decided not to because it just wasn't a lot of content. So I'm going to add it to this one. So I found these crocheted granny squares at a thrift store, and I'll put in the intro to what I was going to do the video. I'm going to add that here, and then I'll pop in later and show you what I have made with this so far. And today I wanted to show you what I found at the thrift store. Look at all those granny squares, and for $3. I'm so sad that they weren't able to do anything with these, but I'm very thankful that I found them and I can add to them. So there's about, I think I counted 39 of them, but when I washed them, some of them are now missing. So I don't know where they are. Hopefully I find them. I think they got caught up in some clothing that I washed with them, because when I put on a sweatshirt that I had bought the same time and washed the same time, there were some in the sleeve. So I think maybe some of the clothes will eventually show, or I'll find them in the other clothes that I washed with them. But I just wanted to show you these. I'm going to add to these. I wanted a blanket that starts with these colors, the white and the like pale yellow, and then it goes to the orange, like the bright orange here, and then like the dark brown around it, to be like a real 80s looking blanket. I love that look, and I love those color combinations. So I wanted to make that with these, and I'm just gonna put those together and see how it looks, and figured I would show you that process. So I'm so excited to use them. Oh, another thing I wanted to show you too. So you can see they did a knot here to join the two colors, and I have like tugged on these just to see if they would come undone, and a lot of them just slipped off. This one seems okay, but that's a lot of yarn in between the knot and the square. So I want to secure that so it's nice and tight. So what I'll do is I'll probably take that knot out or cut it out and then weave in the ends, or with something that short, I'll probably use my felting needle to just get those ends really tucked in there well. I have a video of repairing a blanket that had a lot of this going on with it, if you want to check that out, but I'm going to do that with this too, so that I can make sure these are secure enough to add to. But that is the plan for these, and I'm so excited to see what it looks like. So this is the before, and we'll see how it goes. With 38, I don't know, with adding a couple more rows to these, I don't know what the size will be. I'm going to lay it out and see how big it is right now, and just get an idea of what 2 more rows would be as far as size goes. So I'm excited. I'm so thankful I found these. They're so cute. All right, so I think I'll do that first, is lay them out and see what I have, and then I'll start checking the seams, and then I'll start adding to them. All right, so what I decided to do with that is add orange, and I also added another color. I did post this on my story. I believe I posted a short on YouTube as well, but my story on Facebook and Instagram, if you want to follow me there, I do some posts more frequently there. But I decided to put those colors on there. And I just thought it was so fun. I love the 80s look that this gives. It's like the yellow, the pale yellow, white, pale yellow, bright orange, and dark brown. And I was so happy. I'm so happy when I look at this. It just, if you guys hear snoring, my dog is asleep. He's fast asleep. So anyway, I just love this. It makes me so happy to look at. I just love the 80s look to things like this. It just brings me joy. So I love that one. I love granny squares. This reminds me of like being at a grandparent's house or something. I know that my grandmother did have crocheted granny square blankets on her couch. I do remember that. She made them. So along with that, once I get all of those squares assembled, I want to put a really cute border on the outside of it. So I have this really great book. It's by Edie Eckman, and she has so many, I think it says 150 different borders. So it is such a nice book. I got this on Amazon. And you can look through here. I can't show you all the pages because it would show the pattern, but it has like the pictures there. So you can see how cute those patterns are. But yeah, you can find this on Amazon. There's just so many different varieties, and you can do any variety of colors that you want with it, but it's just so pretty and so creative. And then while we are talking about Edie, I have another book of hers, and I'm going to share her Instagram and I believe YouTube channel. I'm going to share that in the description, and I'm going to share all of the things that I did here in the description that were other artists, so that you can go visit them and check out some of their other stuff, because they're wonderful creators. So this is another book that Edie wrote, and it is really neat because it goes over so many different things. Like there's Q&As in here of a bunch of different things. It is just like, it shares some different skills, it shares information, it shares like the weight of yarns there, and you know, all that kinds of all that fun stuff. And she just shares a ton of good information in here. And like, I know a lot about crochet, but I don't know everything, and I read this to like get some really good information. And if you have crocheted for forever, this is still going to be helpful for you. And if you have never crocheted before, this is going to be helpful too, because she will share different things about hooks, different things about yarn, the charts on, let's see this one, like the information on the washing instructions and how to read yarn labels, different things like that. So it is really valuable information. I would really encourage you to get this. This is the second edition, so it's revised from the first edition, and it has more information in this one than it did in the first. So I really suggest you check this out if you have any interest in broadening your crochet knowledge. It's a lot of fun to read through. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you had fun today. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. That would help me so much. And if you haven't already subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. It's free to subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. It just allows you to be notified when I post new videos. So click that little bell as well, and you will get notifications when I post new videos. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon.